Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel. I'm here for Queen & Co today. I have a new kit to share with you this month. The kit is called Monster Mash, and you can create a ton of little pom-pom critters. Everything's included that you need as far as the pom-poms, the eyes, lots of dies. Here's the instruction sheet. There's also some examples on there, and then that kind of shows you how the dies work together. There's also a 4x6 stamp set that's included, and there are sentiments in that set that have everything from birthday to thank you to Halloween. Here are the dies. You can see that they emboss as well as die cut, which give you a guide where to put those pom-poms. I don't know if you noticed, but when I showed you the eyes, there were also gloobers, which are little glue dots that help you adhere the pom-poms really quickly and easily with no drying time. Okay, I'm going to cut out a couple of bases, and I'm going to make a bat and a spider here. So I have the bat base and the spider base, and then I have two of the little kind of face bases that go on top of those die cut shapes, and those will have the little spots created by embossing for the pom-poms. So I just wanted to give you an idea of how each critter is created, and this way when you get your kit, you'll be able to figure out how all these play together really, really well. You can obviously do this any way you like, but I just wanted to show you a few ways to quickly and easily create some of these critters. Okay, the mouths are really fun because they are layering mouths. So you cut the like white cardstock bases out. That's what that image shows. And then black cardstock for the little part that goes over it, and we'll have some teeth showing through. It's just so cute, you guys. I mean, there are so many options with the dies. There are tons of dies included. Everything from mouths to antenna to arms, legs, all kinds of things that you can use to create very customized looking little pom-pom critters. Okay, so again, I'm going to cut out those top layers in black cardstock. You could cut them out of a color too. That would be fun, especially for the monsters. I'm going to use these on the spider and the bat, and I like the little pointy fangs for that bat mouth, so you can see the little white teeth peek from behind. This is really, really easy to do, and once you've done it once, you kind of realize exactly what you're doing, and all the other critters become really easy to create. Okay, so to use those gloobers, you just put your pom-pom on top and then peel the gloober away, and then just stick it down on your project. You're basically turning all of these pom-poms into little pom-pom stickers, and you have those bases that are the guide to show you how to create the little face shapes, or for the monsters, it's the body shape. I'm just going to use a little dot of liquid adhesive to adhere the mouth layers together, and then I'm going to use that same adhesive to adhere them down to the pom-pom shapes as well. So I definitely recommend just a little dot of liquid adhesive for these tiny little spots. Even though there's some drying time there, I think it kind of makes it easy to adhere these tiny little pieces onto those little faces. So isn't that so cute? So the eyes are self-adhesive, so you don't have to use any adhesive for that. Then I use that same liquid adhesive to adhere the face down to the body, the bat wings and the little ears and stuff. I think he is so adorable. And I am not in real life a big fan of spiders or bats, but these are like the cutest little guys you will ever see. Okay, so I'm using the large pom-poms here to create most of the body shape, and then I had a couple of little open spots that I didn't want to fit large pom-poms into, so I'm going to grab those little pom-poms, and you have little gloobers that perfectly match the size of the little pom-poms. All this is included in the kit, so you literally have everything you need to make just so many different little pom-pom critters. So much fun. I think this would also be a fun project for you with kids. If you want to make cards with your kids, I think they would have a blast. And especially just gluing on those pom-poms, it's so easy. And I think everybody could have a lot of fun creating with this kit. Okay, so I wanted to show you a couple of the other bodies, and I'm going to go through a couple of the other critters as well, and then I'm going to walk you through the creation of 7 cards using these. Okay, so I've cut out the arms, the hair, the horns, the antenna, the legs, a couple of different mouths that are not layerable, and I am now creating a couple of other pom-pom critter shapes. So that little rectangle there, you can use a whole bunch of those large pom-poms, and he is a perfect larger size monster. You can see that I already created a pumpkin up in the top left there. I kind of liked using the larger eyes with him. I just thought it made him look even goofier, and that little crazy mouth I just think is so much fun. There's also a couple of pumpkin stems that you can use. And for the monster, I decided to adhere the little antenna to the back of the monster and then use those self-adhesive eyes to just pop right on top of those antenna. And because the antenna are slightly different sizes, I thought it would be really cute to have 2 different eye sizes. Again, this just makes it really whimsical and fun. Another thing that you can do is you don't have to use all one color of pom-poms on any particular critter. So for this guy, I decided to make his the center of his body or face, I guess it's kind of both with this little monster. I decided to make those yellow pom-poms, and then the outside is the teal, which is such a pretty color. I love that. And then just had fun adding some like green legs and things like that. So just have fun with these. I mean, they can be literally any colors you want. Okay, so for the first card, we're going to make a Halloween card with 2 different critters, the bat and the spider. I am using the Fright Fest paper pad here, and actually the pom-poms in the Monster Mash kit coordinate perfectly with that pattern paper pad. So you might want to grab that too. I really like it, and I think you can use it for things beyond Halloween, but it's really, really fun for Halloween. Okay, I'm using the stamp set, I Hope Your Halloween is a Scream, and putting both of my little guys on with some liquid adhesive onto a small shape there. Okay, the second card we're going to create is a hugs card, sending you monster hugs. So I'm going to create a circular card here. I die cut a piece of white cardstock that I had folded in half with a large circle die. And now I've cut 2 pieces of pattern paper from that same pattern paper pad. And I'm going to layer them on top of each other just to get some yellow and blue in the card as well as the little monster. Use that liquid adhesive to adhere him, and that's it. So easy. The next one is a Halloween card with the pumpkin. Again, I'm using that same pattern paper pad. I'm going to stamp the sentiment at the bottom, and I am actually making a square shaped card this time. I think these elements work really well with shaped cards because there are such focal points. You don't need very much more on the card other than the little pom-pom shape. I mean, look at how cute that little face is. I decided I did want a little moon, so I put that in the corner, and then I took out the little teeny tiny green pom-poms, and I am going to adhere them down in a line, kind of like grass, like the little pumpkin is sitting in a pumpkin patch with lots of little pumpkin pom-pom grass there. So I'm just going to line those up again with these little teeny tiny gloobers that fit perfectly behind the pom-poms. Using multiple pom-poms on a card is really easy, and you don't have to wait for that liquid adhesive to dry. It just makes it super easy and fast. Okay, this is actually a thank you card. So that, remember I said that sentiment stamp set has a ton of different sentiments. You have Halloween, birthday, thank you, hugs, all kinds of stuff. So this one says, here's a monster-sized thank you. And I thought our larger monster works really, really well with that. So I'm going to layer some pattern paper, some cardstock, and again, just that little guy on there, and that's all you need. Same shape of monster. This time I'm going to use them with a birthday card. This rainbow pattern paper is from that Fright Fest pad. Again, look at how fun it is though. You could use it for Halloween, of course, but you could also use it for birthdays. So I thought, let's stamp the birthday sentiment at the top of a coordinating piece of cardstock, and then layer that over that rainbow piece, and then I'm going to have our little monster. And I decided to create some balloons using the pom-poms. I'm going to have him holding a trio of balloons over his head. So, think outside the box and use these pom-poms in any way that works really, really well for you. I'm sure there's lots of other ideas that you can come up with. You could create a ball pit that somebody is sitting inside. The pom-poms are so much fun to work with. So I put my little pom-poms down and I drew some black lines for strings into the little monster's hand, and now I'm adhering them on top with glue burrs. Okay, for this card, the sentiment is "You're fantastic," and I'm going to use 3 different bats, but I'm only going to put a face with the pom-poms on one. So this shows that you can use the dies and some of the embellishments like the eyes, which I'm going to use here, to create little cardstock shapes that you can use as well. If you don't want as much dimension as having 3 little pom-pom critters on your card, you can just create with one and then add some little eyes to the other bats. I also, with the other bats, decided to pop them up using a dimensional adhesive, and I bent their wings up as well, so it looked like they were flying off the card there. And the last card is another Halloween card with another little pumpkin, just a slightly different little face on him. He's got the smaller eyes and then that crazy little smile, which I think is so much fun. So I'm going to use the "I hope your Halloween is a scream" sentiment, and I'm going to layer some pattern paper over a cardstock base. I like to use white cardstock bases even if I'm using black cardstock or pattern paper, because then I can write a message inside. So I am going to adhere the little pumpkin to that circle of black cardstock with some liquid adhesive, and then I'm just trying to figure out how I want this sentiment strip to sit on the card. So I've trimmed it down to a rectangle and then I'm popping it up with foam adhesive. So that's 7 different cards that you can create, and I just wanted to give you an idea of how easy it is to create these little pom-pom critters and how many cards you can make. You can make tons more. I have lots of extra product, but for the giveaway, I have an entire new kit to give away. So if you are a US resident, just please subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave me a comment down below. Make sure to leave me your email address so that I can find you. I'm going to draw the giveaway on Friday so that I can send it out to you on Saturday so that you'll have it before Halloween. But of course you can use this kit for lots of other things as well. If you're interested in the supplies that I used, or you want to grab the kit right now, you don't want to wait to see about the giveaway, just check out the links all down below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel here, check out my blog for more information, and I'll have a couple of other videos linked here that you might be interested in. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. Have a wonderful day.